inspiration, in quantum world inspiration and hard work. And today, we will listen from this great master in more detail about how inspiration and hard work can make us do anything, which Sir coined as nothing is impossible. So every day, of course, we are listening in from Karthikeyanji's message, but today we're going to have a detailed talk from Sir on inspiration, hard work combined, how one can achieve anything in life as soon as we finish meditation. There are all the people we can categorize into four, how we can deal with them. Materially rich, materially poor. Spiritually rich, spiritually poor. Based on our own understanding, which varies from person to person, but you can recognize and say there are materially rich people, materially poor people. That means poorer than you, that's all, right? Spiritually rich, spiritually poor. Higher knowledge, lesser knowledge. Materially higher, materially lower. For materially rich people, we make friendships. We make friendship. For materially poor, we give whatever that we can give. Materially, whatever we can offer, we offer to the best of our ability. For spiritually poor, we give all our knowledge unconditionally, friendly, compassionately, motherly. For spiritually poor, we give away everything that we have, all our knowledge, all our spiritual knowledge that we have, everything. Sit down, make them sit down in front of us, meditate. Opportunities, they come on, sit. Question them, ask them, and then make them meditate. Share whatever you have. As spiritually rich people, we surrender. We give, we are ready. We want to listen as much as possible with them. We listen to them completely because that is the way we can become as much as them and then more. When we are in the presence of spiritual rich people, we want to completely surrender and see what do they teach, what are they going to give us more today. When Patriji closed that session, the video, we're here to learn from everybody. In the world, it is reversed. Material rich, we just surrender to them. Whatever they say, we do. We got to reverse the equation, friends. When he says surrender, you be open. Don't try. We just are completely empty-minded. We got to empty our cup when we are in the presence of them, so that we can receive as much as it's our benefit. They have nothing to lose. They'll walk off to the next person, next person, next person. So we have such great masters with us. Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan-ji is such a great master, spiritually enlightened master. So we're going to listen from Sir and how nothing is impossible in our lives. Quantum physics is fundamentally said we are infinite potential. And then through this meditation, we are realizing that potential. Every day when we spend that 30 minutes in that field, we are becoming one to feel that, yes, we have that unlimited power. Of course, many great masters here have achieved it, whether it is SVB sir or Ramani sir. It is to run a non-profit foundation and then yet provide a quality of service which is higher or comparable to any private hospital in the country is not a normal thing. It's not commercial. So you got to be so absolutely impeccable in the way you carry the work, in the way the passionately you work on it, then there's a detail to attention, and still impress upon the donors to come forward and donate so that you can still do this free service yet provide that quality. I've been into nonprofits for the last 20 years, so I understand how my mentality has been while at work, how I do, and then where it comes to nonprofit, okay, so there is only limited funds, and then there's limited time of people, so we got to compromise. But that's not what we see from Padma Shri Ramani sir and then SVB sir, who are running this beautiful foundation called Shankarai Foundation. So like that, we have great masters with us. We have learned it all. And then so we're going to learn from dear Karthikeyan sir in detail. Tuesdays, we're doing sharing. So let's do our meditation, dear friends. And then let's totally be, I mean, not only here, but when we are physically meeting, let's totally be open with these folded hands and say, understand, what do they have to teach? Every master that we meet an author. If an author has written a book, you get 3 minutes, and we talk about, sir, that is great, that page number 50 is great, I used to like this, and I used to do like this, but after reading your book, this happened, and all the time is gone. 2 minutes are gone. They only have to say one thing, thank you, very good, and move on. And so we could ask them, sir, your book is wonderful. Can you give me 2 messages? What inspired you from that book? What inspired you to write that book? Whatever that is. But we need to be as empty-minded as possible. And then make great friendship with the materially rich people. You may have a mission, and they may come through. They're good. My wealth is not bad. That belief is there. We'll probably learn one of those things. That belief that wealthy people are always going to be taking advantage of me, they're not. Everybody is working, they level up, everybody is evolving and they're creating. If we are being brought up with the conditioning that, rich means always something, we can't generalize to everybody. We can't generalize just because we see a newspaper or here and there, one or two, a few people. There's always a percentage of people who are doing different things. Make friendship materially rich, surrender, and then be totally open to receive as much spiritually rich. Spiritually poor, the moment you understand, give it away. There is no holding things to us chest. This is universal knowledge. Meditation is universal knowledge. It took some time for me to understand from Patri sir, Grand Master, no exchange of money. Yes, we run facilities, so for that those who can respond will respond with donations. We do have Uddasi Foundation, so those who can respond with donations. So give it away. Our financial or our current caste, community, religion cannot be barriers for understanding that I'm the divine, so I can be that same infinite power-oriented person. It cannot be a barrier. Just meditation, nothing more we need to give. So friends, let's go into our meditation and then learn from these Grand Masters. From dear Karthikeyan sir today, after the meditation. Those of you who are new, we are following breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty our mind. Our goal is to empty the mind. We are deep inside energy. We are less matter, tiny matter, 0.01% matter. We are all full of energy. That's science. So when we withdraw our thoughts from our mind, and thought is an attention on the matter. So when we withdraw our thoughts from the mind, then our life, our body, we withdraw it completely, and as a result, we will be left off with what is there, that is emptiness. So we are doing this anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation, where we observe a normal, natural breath. Take any point on your nose, and close your eyes, cross your fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, cross your feet at ankle. 3 things. Cross your feet, clasp your fingers and rest them comfortably in your lap, and close your eyes. remove the specs. And then observe the breath anywhere. Tip of the nose here, here. Many people are doing here. Just observe the breath is going in, coming out. Breath goes in, comes out, goes in, comes out. Mind wanders, bring the attention back to the breath. Mind wanders, bring the attention back to the breath. We're not expected to be totally empty during the whole meditation, which is prima facie, rarely possible. And so that's not the point. The point is we are observing, and as we observe, we become empty. But somewhere later, so attention goes off, then bring your attention back to the breath. So that's all we are doing, dear friends. And then during that process, just be a witness and observe anything that you're experiencing in the body. Do not interpret anything, but just witness it. Just witness. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, and then observe. Relax yourself, dear friends. Now we'll listen from our great master, Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan sir. My association with sir has been for many years. We started with Pyramid Valley International. As me having a role to take care of sir when sir is always invited as a chief guest or a guest of honor to various functions. But over the years, I was always amazed at this breadth of knowledge, breadth of understanding of various subjects and then topics, and ease at which that sir is able to add value to everyone is touching. So I request Veena to formally introduce Karthikeyan sir. Many of you may not know sir, so I request Veena to introduce sir, and then we have sir speak on Nothing is Impossible. Yes, Veena.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you all had a very good meditation session today. It takes me great pleasure to introduce Padma Shri Dr. D.R. Karthikeyan sir. Padma Shri Dr. D.R. Karthikeyan is an Indian Police Service officer from Tamil Nadu and a former director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, former director of CRPF and Director General, National Human Rights Commission. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 2010 for his contribution to the field of Indian civil service. Karthikeyan ji is on the board of dozens of non-profit and profit organizations as director, trustee, advisor, chairman, and more. He is closely associated with many spiritual organizations and the masters worldwide, including Art of Living, Isha Foundation, Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. He is fondly called as spiritual ambassador to the world. Karthikeyan ji is a regular practitioner of meditation and attributes a lot of holistic health benefits to meditation and advocates compassionately to everyone. He is the key inspiration to Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Veena ji. Thank you, Chandra, for your generous introduction. You've always been kind to me. Nothing is impossible is the theme given to me. For thousands of years, man was envious of the birds, but ultimately flying became a reality. What was considered impossible became possible. Same way we are envious of the sea animals, deep in the sea. Then submarine came so we can live for days and weeks and months together deep into the sea. So that was considered impossible, became a possibility. Then we thought, something happens to any part of the body, limbs, that's a loss. No, we are able to replace all the limbs, even the internal organs like heart and kidney and all that. So these are all considered impossible, at one point of time became possible. Now, they said, see, for myself, when I was investigating Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, we had to work 20 hours a day, every day, throughout the year. Lot of stress, tension, travels. all sorts of challenges. So when I filed the charge sheet, I was declared diabetic. That was almost 20 years back. 91, no, more, 30 years back. Then I had to, but still I had to handle 2 jobs at a time, traveling around the world, around the country. Insulin, many of the drugs prescribed. They said you have to live with it. But 2 years back, I stopped all the medicines. 2 years back, all the medicines. I am not taking any medicine today. So that's also what was considered impossible, made it possible. That you only change your lifestyle, your thoughts, and you can get rid of any disease and all that now. Now, the most difficult thing was changing the mind. So they said you can do anything, but you can't change the mind. Now this meditation, Bhagavan Buddha, giving up all luxuries and search for peace of mind, contentment, enlightenment, you can call it. I would call it simply peace of mind. Ultimately, he succeeded in getting it. What was considered impossible. So Vipassana movement came. Then it went out of India. One master, Satyanarayana Goenka ji in Burma, he got rid of all his problems, headache, everything, through Vipassana. And he brought it back to India after 2,550 years after Buddha left. It's called Vipassana meditation. It was a tough course. At a critical point of my time, I went through it, and many people have gone through it. But it was so tough, it didn't spread to too many people, though it went to many countries. Then it was about 40 years back, another master came on the scene. He joined meditation. After one day, he left because he found that one day was good enough. That is anapanasati. Just observing the breath, you can attain. He got that knowledge, experimented on himself. He left and he said, what I got, like Buddha, like Satyanarayana Goenka ji, he should spread it to everybody. That is Brahmarishi Patriji. We all know him now. So what was considered impossible was made possible by this simple meditation. Now we are all experiencing that now. Having come to know Chandra and Patriji and others, I thought we encourage him. Then the last few months' time, we had all the time. So having realized it's possible, then I sent messages to many people telling this is very effective and very simple. Then some people like SVB, they took it seriously, they came and joined. I found immense benefit and spread it to others. Now, among the audience here, everybody is important. Every human being, they all carry, spark of divinity in each one of us. But just for purpose, among the people who are attending there, about 1,000 people at least are there. Among the many achievers in many walks of life, eminent doctors, eminent industrialists, businessmen, scholars, administrators, people who have attained excellence in police, administration, foreign service, they're all there. Among the diplomats are also there. So what was considered impossible has been made possible by a simple process of anapanasati meditation, found by Patriji, but very effectively being administered, trained by an excellent coach like Chandrasekhar. So nothing is impossible. I have a firm belief. Okay, why this term came? Because I tell you long back, when Dr. Abdul Kalam, President Abdul Kalam, Bharat Ratna Abdul Kalam released my book, Triumph of Truth, about how I investigated Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, he asked me to read a particular paragraph. He read the whole book. That paragraph, I read it for aloud. He said, nothing is impossible. What is called impossible? Enormous effort, considerable risk, but ultimately nothing is impossible. Why I wrote that was because when I was asked to take up this investigation of the dastardly killing of the former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, it was a blind case. It was considered to remain a mystery forever. That's what the then boss who requested me to take up the investigation said. But when I took it up as a call of duty to the nation, in fact, in the process, everybody else in Delhi refused to take it up because it was impossible to detect. And if you detect, it will be a deadly terrorist group, they will kill you, they will not let your family to live. I accepted it as a call of duty. When I landed in Madras, all the officers of CBI local all came and said, why do you take it up? There's nothing in this case. 17 people got killed. Rajiv Gandhi body was beyond recognition. Nothing. So I wrote immediately next morning. I wrote a piece of paper and put it on the desk telling nothing is impossible because don't demotivate me. It is possible. And it was made possible. So since then it became a very popular term. So Dr. Abdul Kalam liked the term. He said in his life also it happened like that. So nothing is impossible. As I mentioned to you, physically, what was the most difficult thing is controlling the mind and getting peace of mind among all the things. That's why eminent people who have succeeded everything in life, they are here every morning, early morning getting up and coming here because this method gives you the possibility of achieving what is considered impossible, and it is available to every one of us. And I only sent letters, everybody, which is good, and many joined. But I find some people, I thought they should do it, but out of many were reluctant to join for ignorance. I'm sorry using the very strong word, ignorance, ego. Oh, I know everything. Or laziness. I had to put little pressure on them. And I'm happy to say, I thought some of the people are impossible to change. I'm happy today to say that all of them are changing. So I have found that changing anybody is not impossible. Because it's for their own good. What do I get? What does Chandra get? What do I get? You all want to live a happy life, contented life. Mere money, mere wealth, mere power, mere popularity doesn't give you. That peace of mind, contentment, a sense of fulfillment you can get only within yourself. And that is why this beautiful, simple method, Anapanasati. My compliments to all of you. Thank you.
Sir, we have more time, sir. So you earlier mentioned about some more examples of nothing impossible, like a police officers. So can you tell us some more stories around that?
Yeah, there are many, currently last evening also I had to appear in Arnab Goswami's show, Republic. I said it takes time, no doubt, but nothing is impossible. You can find out what. First, even earlier I told him, I said the first task of the CBI is how the death happened. It has taken time, it takes time, some of the cases take time. First is how the death happened. Then only you can go suicide, whether on his own or whether it's murder and all that. But nothing is impossible. When I say, but they can find out. But what can go to the court, what can get in conviction, it's a different matter because nowhere in the world, none of the organization, even the FBI and CIA and KGB and all that, you can say that everything can be detected. But whether everything can be taken to a court, get enough evidence to be proved in a court of law, it's a different matter. It's not so. Nowhere it has happened. But I believe everything is possible. And there are many cases, many murder cases and all that, people, very unfortunate cases are there where, these are all gruesome cases I don't want to discuss now. It's not correct also. It's in an atmosphere like this, where, the husband has killed the wife or wife has killed the husband, buried in the house itself. They say he has gone missing. After 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they complain. The people come to know. I have investigated the case. I found that ultimately dug the floor inside the house itself, where the body was taken out. The wife was prosecuted. So some cases, husband also prosecuted. See, now investigations contained, I'm telling you, nothing is possible. We have seen day-to-day life also. Whoever thought, you can reach from one part of the world to another part of the world in a few hours' time, or for that matter, during the lockdown period, Chandra is able to reach thousands of people. Every day I'm here now, Remit Very International, on the affectionate, insistent invitation of Prabhu Patriji, enjoying his company, hospitality. Every day we are on some channel or the other. Last evening, it was a great experience. After 41 days of meditation, like what we are experiencing now, for the children, it was a continuing day we appeared. Amazing experience, children. How much in 41 days, forget us. Imagine how fortunate these children are and how sensible their parents are to put the children into this. Can you believe a 4-year-old child share? Number of them 8 year, 9 year, 10 year, 12 years and all that. So I said, like we met this young lady, Vicky yesterday from St. Louis. My God, she always heard this, I complimented her. I said, you are fortunate to have a father like your father. I complimented the father. He said, you are so fortunate to have a child like her. But these are all opportunities we create, Imagine what is going to be the future of these 100-odd children yesterday we met on Zoom. So this itself is a great achievement. Was it possible to think of communicating like this? Sitting in one place comfortably, and you're all sitting in our own bedroom or drawing room or whatever it is, getting this treasure of what is called meditation and experiencing it. So these are all considered impossible things, made possible. But again, I come back to that. Among all the things, what is most difficult thing is creating harmony between our body, mind, and soul. Most difficult thing. And then creating harmony within the family. How to get over our ego first. Ego, arrogance, anger, jealousy, laziness. I know everything. Why should he listen to a young man like him? See, this is the thing, So everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. If we can get over our ego, our arrogance, laziness, our own. So we should compliment ourselves for getting over all this and having the wisdom to come. Fortunate to be known to this moon and to have the wisdom to continue to be there every day. We have seen all these eminent people. They are all achievers in life. There is nothing for them. If they find there is something here and attain every day, that is the ultimate fulfillment, contentment, happiness. So nothing is impossible. If you can do this, you can create contentment within yourself, peace of mind yourself, compassion for others. And we are ready to go. Everyone born has to go. Otherwise, there is no place for our children and grandchildren to live. Having lived a fulfilling life, attained contentment, peace of mind, and trying to help this message to as many others as possible, then we are ready to go. What is there to fear? There is nothing to fear. If you are in meditation over a period of time, you get over the fear first. Fear is the one thing to be most feared. Fear brings down the immunity. Now the coronavirus is everywhere. All sorts of things. They say it's in the air, it's in particles. You can't escape it anywhere. But only thing is, we can only create our own immunity. Individual immunity. In a family, it's not affecting everybody. In a community, it's not affecting everybody. Creating immunity, one reason is fearlessness. Leading a life of virtue, sensible life, eating fruits, vegetables and all that, yoga, pranayama, meditation, and eating more of nanocurcumin, the essence of turmeric, citrus fruits for C, and then fearless attitude. So what? It happens. Someday it will happen. Why fear about it every day? And by fearing, you bring down the immunity, you become vulnerable to this virus. One virtue of meditation is you develop immense courage, confidence. We lead a life and accept the inevitable when it comes. Nothing to fear. Yes, this is another advantage of benefit of this meditation is you lead a fearless life. By now leading a fearless life, you create your own immunity. So you become very, very less vulnerable to this virus also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Karthikeyan sir. I'm reading a quote from Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it is done. And a French proverb said, to believe a thing impossible is to make it so. Sir, your life of and many leaders here, I think we come from a very humble background. And then the other you're quoting, Narendra Modi's background, from where he was to be where it be, becoming the top leader of.
I asked him, we had a long conversation with him, went for 10 minutes, went to an hour and a half at his instance, just before he became the PM. A long conversation, allowed me to ask all questions, all allegations against him. He was gracious enough to answer me. I asked him one question. The Chief Minister's job is a full-time job. You are a man of perfection. You want to continue as Chief Minister of Gujarat. You are an opposition candidate for the Prime Ministership of the nation. And it's even if you travel all the time, you can't cover the whole country. It's more than a continent. How will you handle both the jobs? Where is the time and energy? This question I asked him. I quoted it in a number of places. All his colleagues also later on, written also quoted. He said, Karthikeyan, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. 90 minutes of yoga, asana, pranayama and meditation. Without that, I don't start the day. And I've been doing it from younger days. I don't know what fatigue is. And you know very well his performance. He's traveling around all over the world, from a tea seller to one of the most powerful leaders of the world. He says that all his lifestyle, basically yoga, pranayama and meditation. In that order he said. Of course, yoga is very important for the body. But when you say yoga, we forget the essential part of it is also pranayama and meditation. So here, the PSF, the moment, Anapanasati movement, they give all focus on the Anapanasati because breath and meditation. We have heard from how many of you are here every session. They are cured of. I don't claim to do that, but many they have got transformation of life, health, peace of mind, harmony in the family, becoming humbler, becoming more service-minded. All these things, So these are all. I sit till the end of the day to hear this sharing. Vicky and this young girl today morning from Nepal. Beautiful, and just children. Last evening, it's amazing. In fact, it should be recorded and sent to where they spoke both in Tamil, Telugu, and English also. Amazing. 4-year-old, can you think of talking about meditation? You won't believe it. I didn't believe, but I heard it. I saw that last night. What a new generation of human beings we are creating by this process. So let us spread, each one of us, let us spread it. The only thing, gratitude we can show is spread it to as many as possible. Don't feel shy. But I have another major event taking place, a very important board meeting. People from all parts of the world, they are directors, they are AGM, I can say. They ask me, well, why are you traveling at this time? It's dangerous, and then where are you and all that. That's not necessary. I told them about this, I also told, I said, remaining 40 days, how many days are over today? 14, 15, 16 days are over?
16 days, sir.
16 days are over. I said, remaining days, if you believe me, but come with an open mind. Don't come with distrust, disbelief, then nothing works on you. You come with an open mind and sit through from 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. at least. Don't come late, don't leave early. Not only meditation, there's a lot to be learned from what Chandra has digested and out of the reading of the books. And I said, remaining at the end of this session, if you tell me you have not got any benefit, I told them I will give up meditation. That was a conviction I had developed. So I know you're all convinced already. The only favor you can do to yourself is to inform some of the members of the family you know very well. They don't, Patriji says his own family were not willing to start with. But it's thing you can do to your family, to your friends, is making them join even now. I'm sure Ms. Chandra will tell, even if you attend the remaining part of it, few days you will get the benefit. Please do that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Karthikeyan, sir. That's wonderful to hear your experiences and then so many inspirational examples. Nothing is impossible. And we are learning perfectly through meditation. And then we are experiencing it because we experience that divine self. When we experience that wholeness, then automatically the body is biologically and neurologically changing, it's shifting gears, and then make us believe easily. And then when we listen into some of this, it goes straight into our subconscious mind, like that child. The analytical mind blocks it, but when we meditate and we become so receptive, receiving, and so it goes into the subconscious, it's God to project for us in our daily life. In those tough situations, we don't withdraw ourselves and say, yes, I can do it, I can go far. And we all know our best moments in life are when we stretch ourselves. Where we feel, okay, this is all we can do, that's not best moment. But the best moment is always when you stretch yourself, when you worked for 24 hours, or when you went beyond that thing where you had to go and then you did extra. Those are the moments you remember as the best moments of your life, because that's when we bring out our best potential. So nothing impossible is a lovely topic. Thank you, sir. I wanted Madhavan Nambiyar's comments and SVB sirs, and then we close the session. Stay with us. Madhavan sir.
Karthikeyan sir's inspiring talk, there is very little for me to add. I think after Chandra's meditative session, I think Karthikeyan sir's talk is really the dessert that we had after that. And thank you so much for the very inspiring talk and very motivating. I think every time we hear you, we are inspired and motivated, and you've really said the right thing. We must go into these meditation sessions with an open mind, without any negativity, especially when we are in a satsang like this all together. That energy is so important. And people like you, sir, really inspire, not only with a life where you have achieved so much, but you are giving so much back to so many meditators by example. Because I think finally in life, talks are not as important as examples. And you are really a living example of practicing what you do. So thank you, Chandra, and thank you, Karthikeyan, for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Talk versus example. I love that the way you said it. Nice. Thank you, Madhavan. SVB sir, your final closing comments for today's session. I know you and Karthikeyan sir will go so close. Yes, sir.
Good morning to everybody. After hearing both Karthikeyan ji and Madhavan Nambiyar, what to add more, except to say that nothing is impossible has been the key word followed by Karthikeyan ji in his life. During his professional career in the police department or CBI director, he's always 24/7. But now, after that also, what is happening with him is almost all the spiritual organizations, all the social organizations are after him to become either on the board or as a member or an advisor, to get the total experience of and advice from him, so that organizations can grow. And we are all fortunate, particularly people who are all participating in this meditation session, have the opportunity to listen to him, and certainly if they follow, they will also succeed in their life. And what we need is sincerity, hard work, and perseverance, which he has been following throughout his life, is the key word that I would love to tell all our participants. There is his words of wisdom has been always useful, and every word we cherish with much of affection, much of follow-up, and we are fortunate to listen to you. Thank you, Mr. Chandra. Thank you, Karthikeyan ji. Thank you, Madhavan Nambiyar ji.
Thank you, sir. Every word of his is followed with affection and follow through. Wonderful. I've seen brilliantly with Karthikeyan sir that thing that is not only just tell but also follow through. I think that's what makes great leaders successful. Thank you, friends. Karthikeyan sir will take questions, but we recognize that we are past the 7:30. So those of you who had commitments, feel free to leave. But sir is graciously agreed to be here to take the questions with about everything that is achieved about the talk today. So we can take questions, you can raise hands, and while those of you wanted to leave, feel free to do so.
I don't have any questions, but I just want to say that I'm very grateful to all the masters who wake up every morning just to spend time with us and meditate with us. I'm very grateful to all those masters.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky.
What a sweet voice you have,
Yeah.
Vicky. She should be singing. Yes.
And 10-year-old she is. No?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Also, she got inspired by your words, like she want to talk to you. Like, no, that is the reason we put on mute.
No, we all admire her and you. You're a very sensible father. To have a daughter like her, compliments.
We have like my son and wife. We 4 people are doing together everyday meditation. So my son feel like he will feel some shy. That is the reason you don't want to talk.
How old is
he is like 12 years old.
Doesn't matter. The sister has made compensate for him also.
Yeah. Go back to bedroom. So, but he will listen like whatever you are like.
What is the time there?
We are 9:15 now.
9:15 the night, no?
Yeah, PM, 9:15 PM.
Okay. Wonderful. Must be sleepy. Vicky must be
So we are
sleepy.
using pyramid caps also.
Wonderful. What is her full name, Vicky?
Vikasni, it's a goddess. Vikasni. Vikasni.
Vikasini.
Vikasni.
Vikasini.
Vikasni.
You call her Vicky, is it?
Yeah, she will. Yeah, we'll call it as.
Very good. She's going to be a brilliant child. Venugopal. She will be a achiever in life.
Yeah, we need to give your blessings like masters like you.
You are given her the biggest blessing is gift. Gift is meditation.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, among all the gifts, which I am fond of repeating, that is, giving food. Anadana is important. Vidyadana is important. But far bigger gift is Dhyana Dana. If you give a child the gift of meditation, that's all. Everything will happen by itself.
Yeah, we already started sharing. Meditation, we already started sharing with our friends. So they may now they are not showing interest, but I am sure one day they will come and join.
When they see you, when they see this lovely child, they will know there is something happening and they will join.
Yeah, that's what I want to make sure they will come and join one day. I will see him in our group in future.
They will join. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we have some questions.
For your appearance again.
I'd like to say one or two words about Dr. Karthikeyan, sir. Sir, I listened to your family memorial webinar. Then I queried about when you mentioned about the meditation, and I was looking for this. And when I got an invitation from that, immediately I joined. In fact, day before yesterday, I mentioned to Senior Citizen Support Forum about what I have done, and I requested them to send a sort of message to all the members too, just for your information.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's great, Venkatramanji. Thank you.
Tata Divya here, Karthika's daughter. Yes, Tata. I joined meditation for this session, and I wanted to tell you only after I continued for 20 days or so that I'm concerned. My question for you is, I know personally how, you mentioned how Modi ji is constantly busy and how he manages that, but I also know that you have a packed schedule every day, and you also always have something or the other to do. So I want to understand, one, how do you do it, Tata? And second, when did you start your journey, on this path of spirituality?
No, for others, this is a brilliant girl. What is that, Tama? You went to America, What is
Yes,
the program
Tata.
called?
It was for a social entrepreneurship project
Yeah,
that we're doing in the water sector.
Yeah, they're the most prestigious college in Delhi, and she is leading a movement of social service. Greatly recognized, she was invited to come to States and all that. So she's a brilliant child. Belong to a family of everybody is meditating now. Her mother is there, her aunts are there, and she's one of the brightest mind I have known. Yes.
Thank you so much, Tata.
Yes, Divya. No, you continue like that. You have become a model actually for many others of your age. Yeah. No, you have to see information. For example, you are born in a family where they are all spiritually inclined. Now, your mother joined and along with her two sisters, and those sisters in turn, they are putting their children along with this. It's a question of, if you find something is showing you the right path, you show it to the children. You not only do that, because that's why we are fortunate to be in families where, so, you are on the right path, Divya. You maintain it. You're just a young girl. You are so much interested in social service, helping the poor. I know what all you are doing in the Delhi colonies and all that. That is spirituality, actually. When you compassion, if you get compassion, compassion is out of spirituality. And meditation only strengthens your feelings of compassion for others. And you already see the benefit. I know I belong to a family
I see.
of simple farmers, from a village. And they are all, what should I say, religious by belief and by habit. Everyday morning prayers. From childhood, when we start going, we have to pick up flowers, all of us, fresh flowers, bring it. After a bath, go and remove all the old flowers, then put them, then chanting, and all this there because the family has come. That is inclined towards spirituality. But, it starts like that. There's nothing wrong. But thereafter, you have certain values are imbibed in you when you're in a religious family. Certain families, right? Do's and don'ts, what you should do, what you speak, what type of people you should associate with, what type of literature you read, going to the temples, culture, all that, prepares you for this actually. Though ultimately these are all different stages. I believe all these are different stages in life. They are valuable. You can certainly attain everything in deep devotion, bhakti yoga, but very few can reach this. Whereas this ultimately, the path being shown here in this meditation is the easiest path. Ultimately, that is the purpose of even bhakti yoga also. Many paths are all paths lead to Rome, as they call it. There are paths are many, goal is the same. But this path I found to be the simplest, available to everyone. Now, you are a young lady. Your mother is there. I'm sure, yes, I told you about earlier, the 4-year-old child is already doing. Joseph Vicky heard the young girl from St. Louis. It is open to everybody of all ages, of all temperaments. Ultimately, we all reach the same thing. Meditation, peace of mind, contentment, compassion. And once you are there, you cannot do wrong thing. You will not allow yourself to be tempted to do anything wrong thing because, it becomes your conscience keeper. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Divya. That's great to hear. I would love to hear your experience along the way, as you go along.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
I am her admirer. This girl came to Delhi all the way, wanted to do only study in Delhi, got by her own merit into the most prestigious college, And she became a leader there already, leading a movement, social movement.
Wonderful. Now you add meditation to it.
My compliments to your mother and also your grandparents. So easy, Karthika is here. And compliments to your parents also, Ma Karthika.
Great, sir.
Good morning, Chandra sir. Good morning, Karthikeyan sir. My humble request is that I am a teacher here from Telangana. So you have a great experience of doing meditation to all these things, and the people around the world are about 500 plus meditating here. I am pleased to know all these things, and just a few days ago I came to know about this. And but I have been doing all these things for 10 to 15 years, and I got the pleasure of meditation and yoga, and I relieved from. I was suffering from asthma actually, and I got relieved from that, and I feel it's a great thing. So my question is that to Karthikeyan sir and all the people, eminent people here. So why the rural children in schools are very much means awareness is not there for them, and if it is a compulsory thing for the children everywhere in the world. So I feel why it couldn't be done, and as a common curricula or a common curriculum, why don't we think about that, and as a social movement, as a, like to relieve from all the diseases and to survive ourselves and make a great India. So please respond. I think. Chandra
So
sir.
the awareness is now coming up. The time has come. When Patri used to tell me about 20 years back, Dhyan Andhra Pradesh, I simply said, good man, he is ambition. But it happened, then Dhyan Bharat, he said. Then he has been talking about Dhyan Jagat. You see, things are happening forward. Any movement takes time. And it is very fast in the last few months' time. See the enormous expansion. How many thousands are coming into as far as getting awareness? It will be much more now. Much more now, I agree with you. Very few knew. Though associated with Patriji for 20 years, I am realizing the worth of it only last few months' time. Because everybody is busy in their own traditional practices and all that. Now, what you desire will happen. The best thing is to start at the school level, children level. It's going to happen. It is happening, it will happen fast. It will happen. It will definitely happen because there is only the ultimate solution. All problems, health and other, harmony, peace of mind, non-violence, everything will happen.
My greetings to all of you in this morning. It's a great privilege and honor to be able to hear Karthikeyan sir and his years of wisdom. So my question is to you, sir, is you have so much of experience and wisdom. One of the biggest conflict that the human mind is experiencing is how to distinguish the living materialistic world experience and the spiritual experience. So when we are practicing the spiritualism, we are always getting pulled into the materialistic world, and there is a conflict. What is the right path, or is it to surrender 100% and that is the right path going forward? So how did you manage to solve that conflict in your own experience that would like to share with us and give us your wisdom? It'll be a great honor to hear your words.
To answer the first part of your question, middle path. You can have the best of both the worlds. It's possible. You can be successful. To answer the second part, it's a long, long story. Yes, I had many challenges. Many challenges. That's why, beyond a point, it was very difficult. That's why I had to go to inner strength. To gain inner strength, I went to, one is Kailasana Suryatra, and number two is Vipassana meditation. to gain inner strength to face all these challenges, lead unsuccessfully as possible. I have proved it. I have proved it. And it's possible in my own experience. It is hard life, but then, every challenge has to be taken as an opportunity. Every difficult situation. I've gone through a lot of challenges, a lot of tragedies, all that is there. But certain things are beyond us. But we are how to accept it and to go on with life instead of getting frustrated and giving it up. That is the challenge. I tell you, faith in God, faith in divinity, practice of meditation gives you enormous strength to face all the challenges, all the difficulties, the mightiest of powers you can face, and stand your ground, doing the right thing, without yielding to pressures and requests and threats and all that. That's possible. I am a living example. We want to more. We are from Andhra Pradesh.
No, sir. I currently am living in Canada for last 20 years and I work in the IT, but originally I'm from Delhi.
See, trials will come. As repeatedly said here also, pain is inevitable, but suffering is our choice. Nobody can say we have gone through life with all smoothness. Tragedies will happen, challenges will happen, but how to accept it and go on. That's a beautiful statement. Chandra also repeats there. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is choice. You need not suffer. Accept it and go on. There are certain things which cannot be controlled, which is not beyond our. Then we accept it. And don't get frustrated, angry. Don't nurse grievance. So don't suffer. Forgive others, forgive situations, forgive ourselves sometimes. And go on with the present and the future. It's quite possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're all benefiting so much, Uncle. I want to tell everybody over here that first of all, I didn't want to share my experience with everybody because I was shy. But now I'm in my second workshop and I'm now comfortable to tell everybody that I have cured myself of migraine and I feel so benefited and I have so much of energy and I still do get a headache, I have to tell you that, but I don't take medicines. I sit, I keep my alarm for that 5:30, make sure that I'm here at 6 o'clock. This morning I had a bit of a headache, maybe something on my mind. I'm okay now. I'm completely okay now. I want to tell everybody on this group, the newcomers, if they have any problem with their health, it is going to be fine. And this is thanks to Karthikeyan uncle and my sister Karthika who encouraged me. I needed that push. And now my father, he's meditating. My mother's also meditating.
Oh, wonderful.
My children, they don't wake up in the morning now with online school. So we do the 9 o'clock
meditation. Muthami, I'm so happy. What a good family. 4 generations together. Chandra?
Yes, sir.
What a great success you are teaching.
DRK, you are doing excellent service. I am very closely following your meditation program, everything.
Oh,
so God bless you.
Wonderful. Nice seeing you both after a long time. 4 generations of this family, Chandra.
Yes, sir. That's amazing.
That's
amazing. Thank you so much, sir, for all of you joining. That's great. That's brilliant. It's great. Feels great.
Yeah, I know. Meditation is medication. Meditation is better than medication.
Yes, uncle.
Wait for my next newsletter next month. Yes, I thought I will write medication, but I find meditation is far superior to medication. Yes. I'm struggling for the right word. I'm glad you are benefited. Nice to hear Divya also the other.
I have a small problem, numbness in my fingers that is almost vanished. 90% it is gone.
Wonderful. Wonderful. How many days you are doing Muthami?
Now 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
For the past 20 days.
Oh,
okay.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I'm doing it 1 hour every day.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Uncle, so grateful to you and Chandra sir for introducing me to this program. And I just wanted to share that before starting this program, I was feeling a lot of fatigue and I was not in the very good spirits. But now after the program, I feel very energetic and I'm very conscious about what I'm going to speak to others. Of course, I still have a long, long way to go, but I think I'm definitely more conscious.
We are all at the path. We are
Yes,
all at the
Uncle.
path only. Somebody ahead of us, somebody behind us.
Yes,
We are all on the
Uncle.
path only.
Yes,
And I'm so
Uncle.
happy. I see the name, but I didn't recognize. There are so many names like this, you know.
Oh, okay, Uncle. And one more thing I wanted to share was like I've always painted in my life, and the last 2 years I was just procrastinating and I wasn't painting. And after this program started, just listening to so many eminent people and Chandra sir's mother who started singing in, at a later age was
Isramma,
very
Isramma.
inspiring. And I said and I said I have to start painting, and I'm so happy that I started painting again. And just small things like, I guess I owe it to all of you, and I'm really happy. Thank you so, so much for this
I'm so
opportunity.
happy. Man. Nice to see you. I'm
Same
happy
here,
to have
Uncle.
invited.
Same here,
God
Uncle.
bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, Satya. We would like to see your paintings one of the days.
And we are extremely happy to just involve in the programs.
Wonderful. I'm very happy. Because you have brought up beautiful daughters, very sensible daughters. See how one Karthika can spread it to everybody. I think at least 30 people are benefited by her now.
Wow. Amazing.
Sir, this is Sanjay Kondas. I'm from Coimbatore.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing awesome, sir. Thank you so much. I'm
Where are you
so
calling
grateful.
Where are you calling
Hello?
from? Where are you calling?
Coimbatore.
Huh?
Coimbatore.
Okay. I'm still again.
Yeah, again. Absolutely. In fact, I'm so grateful, sir. I think, it's been extremely nice. And one thing in particular that I wanted to ask you was, your journey on the meditation techniques, because, I get to hear pieces of it saying that, you started off 20 years back meeting Patriji, and, the Anapana meditation is from Vipassana. And you said Vipassana has been one of the biggest value adds to your life. So wanted to know more about it, sir.
No, I am associated with all spiritual movements by my parents' blessings and the grace of my wife. It so happened I've been invited everywhere. Everywhere I went on being invited only to start with, including Isha or Art of Living everywhere. And I respect all of them. I respect all those methods. I've gone through some of the teachings also. Millions of people are benefited, and I respect all of them. And then as I wrote in my letter, I found this to be the simplest and easiest for anybody to follow, and with quick results also.
Yeah.
But
thanks, thank you so much, sir. I'm sorry, man.
How did you get connected to this?
Balasundram from,
Okay.
had actually introduced me, sir. Yeah.
He's an addict now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks again.
Thank you. That's great. Okay. Vani?
Again, sir, the moment I met him, the day one, now every time it's a learning for me. It's a great personality, sir. And always it's like very disciplined, very commitment, and learning. This age continuously is learning. That means how much we all have to learn. Seeing him, I am always learning. Past 5 days staying with him and here in the Pyramid Valley, it's like so committed and very disciplined, and he is maintained timing and going to all sessions and encouraging everybody here and learning everything and spreading all those things. And I'm seeing Karthikeyan sir is amazing, sir. And meeting you, it's a great opportunity and fortunate for me. And thank you so much, sir. It's a Karthika and family is all people are attending this, and because of you, and they all are getting benefit, and they are like sharing their experience. I can see their faces, how really they are happy. Thank you so much, sir. Like that, so many families you are encouraging. It's a great honor. Karthikeyan sir is doing like this. We are all inspiring from him, and we all have to spread like this. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vanima. You are the what's your inspiration behind Chandra? How do you keep him so young? It was keeping him so happy. Thank you. Thank you for inspiration.
Sir, every day I see you and I listen to you. I thought that I know you, but every day I find that you are always something deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. How many years I know you from Medicare India, but you know, it's you are really deep inside and full of knowledge, full of everything. You have got a. This is all your inside. You know, this is what the before also, that your memory is so good. You remember even the names of their daughters, granddaughters.
I am only feeling bad that my memory is failing. Nice compliments from you. Only some families, you know. My memory is failing. Maybe it will improve with this meditation.
No.
Thank you. Thank you, Dinesh.
Yes, sir.
You are always there before time. I'm happy.
Thank
You
you
are
so much.
to all our age care society.
Yes.
I know you are doing a great service.
Today I will circulate this message again now to my members.
It's our duty to be of service to everybody else.
Yes, sir.
And for that, we have to be healthy. We have to be healthy till the time comes to go. Until then, we should be of help every day to somebody. You know, the great lady Lawrence of the IBM says, my job is to teach meditation at least one person every day. What a great thought, this American lady. Amazing. So let us do it. I have been telling all our members also, they should join. Age Care India members, they should join because here there is no age limit, you know. The 4-year-old whom I met yesterday, to the 10-year-old we shared this morning. To Yudan, Mr. Mutswami is not young, he's also like me, and you're enjoying it every day. Why can't others join? Shortcut to happiness, sir. Shortcut to happiness, peace of mind, sitting at home. You can be even sitting in your bed.
Yes, yes.
Why can't they do it?
Yes,
it's just a question of thought. We are telling them, you know, ignorance I understand, but once we are told, they should have the wisdom to accept it and experiment. That's why we put the challenge to everybody. After 28 days of attending, you say, I'm not benefited, I am prepared to quit meditation. Wait, I have got. Please tell all the others, okay? Thank you.
I will call personally also.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, sir. Quite inspirational. You made it so clear. And then, so thank you, Premji. If you call, I'm sure at least 10 more people will join.
Yeah, I will.
And you're going to make that initiative today. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you. I know some more hands are there. We will make sure that you talk to Karthikeyan sir one of these days. And then we'll meet back again. Karthikeyan sir, thank you. It's been lovely to have and then have an extended session with you today. And so we'll meet back. I'm going to join you shortly in about half an hour. But otherwise, have a great day, friends, and then we'll meet tomorrow at 6 a.m. again.